across the United States. Our law school, and I think I speak on behalf of many law schools in the United States, recognize that we have to move towards a curriculum and a pedagogical program that recognizes that lawyers are really healers of conflicts. We're hosting this program on collaborative dispute resolution, and I'm really delighted to see that there's so many students as well as lawyers in attendance. I believe, and I'm delighted because lawyers and our students or future lawyers are uniquely situated to serve as healers of conflicts. Lawyers have to add value to transactions as planners, as people who participate in the planning process, and we can and should manage to avoid as best we can conflicts that might arise in relation to these transactions, and reduce to a minimum the costs of conflicts that unfortunately may occur, notwithstanding the very best planning efforts that we can engage in. So when students and lawyers gain a better understanding of the underlying forces and interests that contribute to conflict, I believe they'll make better lawyers. They'll represent their clients more effectively. And equally important, they'll learn how to diagnose conflict and thus be able to choose the most efficacious and the fairest conflict dispute resolution processes that are available to us. So we have to, and we do teach students not only about litigation, but more importantly about negotiation and mediation and arbitration, which I believe are far more effective and indeed fairer ways to address conflict. And of course, in addition, law schools have a public responsibility to host conferences such as this, which focus on alternative methods of dispute resolution and reach out not just to the legal community, but to the community of people that are affected by these decisions. And so that's why I'm pleased to see our students and lawyers sitting together with practicing lawyers and mediators and community leaders. And I really appreciate your sharing a Saturday with us. Today's program was organized by the Land Use Law Center, as I mentioned at the outset, and I'm going to turn the podium over to Sean Nolan. But I wanted to, before doing that, note a final important observation about this gathering. This conference is significant, I said, because the Land Use Law Center has reached out beyond the somewhat narrow community of lawyers to include and interact with the people affected by land use decision-making process. And I know that Professor John Nolan and Sean sincerely believe that efforts to improve land use decision-making and land use conflict have to include all of those affected by these operations. And only you, those people who are affected by these decisions, can educate us as to how it might most effectively be designed. So again, I welcome you all. I'm delighted as part of Pace Law School to be able to host this program, and we all support your efforts to improve the future of the Hudson Valley region and the lives of those of us who live in this community. I know that each and every one of you will find today's program both thought-provoking and useful. So welcome, have a wonderful day, and I'm sure we'll see each other at lunch. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dean. Dean Cohen's very ubiquitous. He's at every event I go to. He's welcoming the people that are at every law school event that I've been at so far. He is in the hallways early in the morning, and I see him when I'm leaving at night. I see him around campus, in the lunchroom, in the library. So we're very thankful to have Dean Cohen at the law school. And when I say we, I mean the law school and also the Land Use Law Center. He's not only has tremendous amount of energy, but also a lot of very useful advice that has been very useful to us over the time. So thanks very much, Dean Cohen, for coming today, and thanks for your advice. I also have a few other people I'd like to thank. The Westchester Municipal Planning Federation, particularly Haven Roosevelt, put out a big effort to help get people here for recruitment, so I'd like to thank them. Also, the Westchester Municipal Officials Association and Sam Abate and Linda Cooper also have been very helpful with recruiting a lot of you folks to come here, and also with the substantive issues that we're dealing with today. Also, I'd like to thank the Urban Land Institute and the president of the Westchester Fairfield District Council, Kim Workway, for also sending out our flyer to his membership and getting a lot of folks to come from ULI. Thank you very much, Kim. And also, a very big thank you to George Sisko and the Natural Resource Conservation Service, and Rick Swenson and Wayne Maresh up there. Thanks very much, George, for assistance substantively over the years and also financially with this program and also with the conflict assessment program coming up. There'll be a slight change in the agenda today. Unfortunately, Jane Daly is sick and won't be able to join us. So we're going to have our break a little bit early. We're going to have the break at 10:30. In the place of Jane Daly at 9:30, Professor Nolan will come up and discuss how land use law in New York State allows the disputants to collaborate. So how the laws that exist today allow the type of collaboration that Larry Susskind and John Forster are going to talk about later on in the day. So all that you guys need to know that you're going to get up 15 minutes sooner. So